All right, we have seen these controversial planes in the sky over the city, and tonight we know more about how this aerial investigation research pilot program, or spy planes as they've been called, is working in the city of Baltimore. While the police department is highlighting the plane as a useful tool, the ACLU and other organizations are suing the department in a federal court for its usage. WMAR 2 News' Eddie Kadam breaks down the new investigation numbers and talked with the lawyer for the ACLU.
Baltimore City is using a spy plane program viewed by many, like the ACLU, as an infringement on privacy and constitutional rights.
This program is the most far-reaching surveillance system ever deployed on American soil, and a fundamental threat to our civil liberties both here in Baltimore and around the country.
The police department released the first report on the program. The data looks at a period from May to the end of July. The department says they used 81 pieces of evidence in cases ranging from homicides and shootings to armed robberies and carjackings. Of those cases, 21% were closed with an arrest, compared to 16% that were closed without spy plane support. During the first 3 months of the program, 6 homicides, 6 shootings, 4 armed robberies, and 3 carjackings were closed. An official finding of the plane's effectiveness is still under review. David Roca, a senior staff attorney for the ACLU of Maryland, says this data doesn't show anything, and even if it did, it's a question of people's rights, not usefulness of the plane.
If the police could stop people at random and search them, they'd have an easier time. And if we were all, for example, required to constantly report our location to the police, they'd have an easier time. But those things are incompatible with living in a free society. They give the government too much power, which is too easily abused. And that's precisely why they're prohibited by the Fourth Amendment.
The company analyzing the data found that cases with evidence from the program saw an increase in provisional closure rates compared to those without it, but didn't have enough information to make a definitive conclusion on solvability and clearance rates, because provisional closures, by definition, are subject to change. The department says it's received 63 complaints about the program.
The noise is adding insult to injury. The fundamental problem here is the government keeping a record of where everybody in Baltimore goes every time they walk out their door.
In Baltimore, Eddie Kadam, WMAR 2 News.